to join me. I've been begging her to come out to Dragon Eye since day one, and she's been rejecting me for a long time, and I hate rejection. And she usually at home at 6:30, by the way. So 5 o'clock actually. 5 o'clock she has to be home, but I'm surprised. It's what time is it now? She's still here. She's a very, very good friend of mine. And she's like an amazing person to work with. I've worked with her for many times at Hashtag Legend. She was Miss Hong Kong in 2013, and she was Miss Chinese International in 2014. Please welcome Grace Chan. Does it remind you of back in the old days?
Well, way to tell everyone how old I am. Thank you for that.
Don't shit.
2013,
But you know what?
2014.
I always want to tell you, you are still one of the prettiest Miss Hong Kong, I have to say.
He says this, but the first time he met me, he was like, sorry, who are you?
No.
You're famous?
Yeah, actually, you're right. You know, the first time, I have no idea who she was. The first time I met you was actually at the Bulgari event, and I think I met you and your husband to attend. I thought, who the hell are these guys? It's like getting all the attention from me.
No, yeah, the first time I met Gordon, I was also, oh, you're really different from how you are on social media. I was like, all that. I was like, you're a normal guy. Like, you're totally alright. He was like, yeah, I mean, that's what everyone is like on social media, right? I was like, oh yeah, I got you.
And you are very normal too.
Thank
you.
you.
You are super, super normal.
I don't know how this is a compliment. You're so normal. Thank you.
I have to say, besides being pretty, super pretty, and if I was still a Miss Hong Kong, and I have to give my crown to the next year, whether it's 2014, 2015, when I transfer my crown to the next Miss Hong Kong, if they're ugly, I will fucking take them back. I say no, I'm still prettier than you. I'm gonna take it back. You don't deserve it.
So I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to this. So I'm just not, okay, cool.
But I think, I swear to you, you deserve still to be the Miss Hong Kong right now. Because you are unbelievable and you are untouchable. I'm being biased. I'm not being sleazy. I know that you are.
Alright, I feel like this is
married.
worth my time today. I'm just gonna stop before he starts dissing me. I think it's gonna end here. Okay.
By the way,
you.
we have not planned about what we talked about, and I'm really surprised that she agreed to be on our show tonight without any prompting, without any script. She has no idea what I'm going to ask her, but she is one of the person that I met through Instagram, through Bulgari event.
Yeah, we're Insta friends.
Right. And I love to hijack her live IG show, especially at night when she's with a friend at home while her whole family are sleeping and she's eating, testing out cakes at home.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
That's my normal life. Like, people who know me are like, what are you doing here tonight? Am I seeing things? Is Grace actually here after 5 p.m.? But
And there's a sleazy guy
I'm
called Big Daddy
glad.
Lamb
It's
popped out and
fun.
said, hello!
yeah, that's you.
So, Grace, tell me, ever since I've known you, I really admire you because you are super hardworking, besides the beauty side, because the beauty is only part of it, but really the how you portray yourself on Instagram and how hard you work. She's the kind of girl that you go to her Instagram every day, and she's always give you put a smile on your face, and it's like that.
Your Instagram is like that too, Big Daddy Lamb. Every time I go on your Instagram, I'm like, woo, look at it.
I'm not
having
sure.
so much fun. Yeah.
But you are very good as you are the only person that tonight I was so
Don't say what you're gonna say.
No,
You're
no,
happy to
I was
see
so
everyone.
I was so nervous because first of all, she's Miss Hong Kong. She's prettier than me, which I hate. She can speak better and present because she's a presenter, TV presenter, and otherwise. And then she's very good at public speaking because from Miss Hong Kong, which I was worried about because I thought that she's going to turn the table around at me and grill me tonight, which I hope you're not.
Why? Do you have a lot of secrets that we should
I do have a lot of secrets. In fact,
we can go there if you want.
last time I was really shocked when people asked me when was the last time I had sex, and I actually.
But there is such a thing as too much information, so I won't ask you.
Well, thank you.
No
That's what your
worries.
kids say. That's
Thank
what-
you, yeah. Too much going on there.
You know.
So back to me being hardworking.
Speechless.
And then you were saying I'm so
Okay, I'm
hardworking.
saying that yes, I really admire you. She's super hardworking. If you know Grace and you know what her daily life is, she gets up super early. She's non-stop workaholic. Every day she comes up with amazing content that is better than the last post that she posted, which is actually quite amazing because in the world of the digital, I wouldn't say advertising. I think in the digital world, whether you are doing something or you're creating your own brand, you work practically with everybody. And the worst thing about Grace is everything that she puts on Instagram, it's like she's trying to hypnotize you with this circular thing, and you think, whatever she say, I'm gonna fucking buy it.
Is this the moment where I'm like, okay, so my Instagram handle is, if you guys haven't started following me yet. No, I mean, I feel like it's...
No, say it. Tell everybody your
No,
Instagram handle.
I'm not like that. You guys can find it.
GL.
No, I think like because of obviously like these 2 years being stuck in Hong Kong and everything going on, I feel like obviously the trend now is being on social media, doing content, and I've learned so much from my friends along the way. Like they're so amazing and
Where are they?
over here. Woo!
We have a lot of, by the way, we have a lot of intimacy me
Shout
supporters.
out hashtag
Now,
intimacy me.
if you don't know anything about intimacy me, it is like being invited to Victoria's Secret, but in a way, it's like intimacy me. It's like
我聽緊佢點答喎。
yeah. Intimacy me is like appreciating the boob. It's like a boobies posse. Like you have to be,
I
you
thought
have
we're
to.
keeping this G-rated. Dude, come on.
It is already G-rated because I was, I have to say because I know the owner of Casadonic Group, of course, and Intimacy. Matteo is a very good friend of mine who married my very good friend, Emmy Renata, and I'm super happy for them. And actually, I have to say, for anybody who represent Hong Kong on a lingerie brand to go all the way to Italy as a Chinese person, right? I always promote Chinese culture and Asian, representation in the Western world. Hong Kong is not really famous for it's not like we have any Victoria's Secret models. But when it comes to boobs, Hong Kong has a lot of great boobs that represent intimacy me. Is that correct?
But
It's
that's
true.
the thing. That's the thing. You don't need to have that to be sexy, right? Like that's the thing about lingerie. It's just supposed to make you feel. Yeah, I mean you can be any type of shape, body size.
No,
Yeah, like what about big boobs? Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
so
no, no, no.
outdated, man.
I'm not trying to
So
degrade.
antiquated. What is this about big boobs? But anyway.
Slap me! I'm not trying to degrade Chinese people. Actually, I am very honored and proud that an Italian brand would embrace a group of Asian because I know Amanda Liu, who's obviously who was the PR who started to get the Hong Kong girls involved. And there's so many great boobs around the world, and there's and they picked the most beautiful and also intelligent, talented people. And of course I'm on your I'm on your team. I'm just saying that it's not just boobs. It's they have to be certain type of people that is not superficial. Is that correct? Intimacy. Am I saying the right thing? Am I going to get paid tonight? So, okay, when you are invited as one of the VIP to go to Verona, I tell you, not that many people get to go to Verona, correct? So if you know about Intimacy shows, which is one of the greatest shows, and of course we have Jessie also here. We have Jessica Wong here. We have a lot of Intimacy girls here tonight. And of course, it's great for me to see a representation of Hong Kong people, not just in a sleazy way, not in a sleazy way, of course, as you know me. But how do you actually feel when you like when a luxury brand who obviously has so many international people like Chiara Ferragni, who's a super famous Italian KOLs and bloggers and entrepreneur attending the shows, and then they have you representing. So I'm honored for you.
Thank you. No, actually, I remember the first time I went to Verona, we went to actually see a show that was on ice.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Intimacy on Ice, and actually it was a really amazing experience because it wasn't just about, like you said, showing off the bodies, but it was about art, actually seeing them perform, dress up, design. Like, I think just being there and seeing that high spectacle of a show was an amazing experience.
But how many years ago was that? I remember that show was spectacular.
Wow, I think it was at least 6 to 7 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, each year that they bring me back, I'm always amazed
Yeah.
and very, very honored to
And,
go
and
as
you
well.
still working very closely with Intimacy.
I do, but I'm like the black sheep who always goes.
She's saying, I do.
No, I mean, no, because like a little funny sidebar is that because Intimacy has lingerie, but they also have, sleepwear, loungewear.
You mean like
like
Macedonia?
pajamas and
Yes.
stuff like that.
You mean like what do you call it?
It's all very like there's a lot of layers to this brand. It's not just about the knickers and whatnot. So I'm always the one girl who's like, oh, I would love to just wear that PJ set for my post instead of
What does your husband think when you invited to this kind of event?
He was like, can I come? And I was like, no. Yeah.
Really?
Well, no, I mean, I just want to go enjoy with my girl.
I want to come next time.
Yeah, of course.
I've been trying to tell the owners, how come every year I give you free dinner here at Dragon Island? You never invited me to your bloody show.
They're just like the pretty girls.
Yeah, and then all you give me is a cashmere turtleneck of a falconry.
I've never seen you wear a cashmere turtleneck.
Well,
Maybe that's why, because you don't wear his gifts.
I don't think that I'm
You're
actually allowed to actually put on the turtleneck in cashmere.
I'm sure
and
everyone
wear
would love to
nothing
see you in a
underneath.
turtleneck, Gordon. Right?
Next time.
right.
Next time. Okay. So tell me what's your plan right now?
My plan is to finish this year off.
Well, you finished already a very great year.
It
You
was
achieved a lot.
an interesting year, I gotta say. I think for a lot of people, it was like there's a lot of ups and downs, but
Yeah.
I'm glad. I think we did our best to make it through, and we have each other. Ooh, so touching.
Are you talking
So
to
now I'm
about me?
happy. Yeah, I met Gordon. Good stuff. Good stuff.
But you've
been a
been
good year.
so hardworking. I have to say, I mean, you are non-stop being creative and also coming out with. I always people in my office always think that I'm obsessed to a certain extent with you, but I always tell people that oh my God, it's like she is so creative in her own way, and it takes a lot of hard work. Yeah. So how does it work every day for you? I mean, I know that you get up super early.
Yeah, I feel like I probably should sleep more. But I don't know. I think it's the energy of the city, to be honest.
Mhm.
Because I grew up in Vancouver, and it was definitely more laid back. And when I came back to Hong Kong, I felt like the pacing was definitely up, and everyone was hardworking, and everyone was doing something. And the worst thing to be was not to be busy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I was like, "You're busy? That's great! Like,
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're busy. It means things are going well for you."
Yeah.
And I think it just kind of adapted to that.
Okay, I want to ask you something very honest.
I'm being honest. What are you talking
No,
about?
no, I'm going to ask you something even honest. Because a lot of people see you and they think, wow, every day you're kind of like selling. I mean, you are very, very good at selling. I mean, every day that you have certain things that you're focusing on and you with branding and everything. And that's why all the brand loves you. Besides me, I'm not a brand. But I truly understand how great you are at selling things, which I wish my magazine could do. But it's like you just hypnotized in the world of Grace Chan, and you look at her, and she just keep on smiling, and then you just drawn into her eyes and smile, and you just want to buy whatever she wants to.
Sorry,
sell.
what was your question?
Anybody who wants free intimacy lingerie, just go to Grace.
Thank you.
Wow, you have a lot of fans here tonight.
Thank you, Auntie G, right?
Yes, Auntie G
I
is-
think they should represent Auntie Grace, right? I should be sitting here next week.
Well, actually, I'm always looking for a replacement. Just in case I go on holiday, you can take over Auntie G.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Anything you want to add?
No, I'm good. Thanks for having
Are
me,
you sure?
everyone. Yeah.
Please put your hands together for Grace Chan. Thank you.